Kia ora. Welcome to the Reading and Writing Hub for Learner Agency. This is the home page, and you can see that there's a reading section, a writing section, and a MINT task section. That stands for Meaningful, Integrated, Interesting Tasks. We'll take a look at those later. Let's start by going into writing. When you click on writing, you get taken to a page where there are two options. One is where students can click on the step that they're up to. How these correlate to other familiar levels is all outlined in the documentation that comes with the hub. And the second way is that they can click on the specific skill they need to work on. These skills are called the writing family of 8. Each skill has a character and a video that helps children understand what the skill involves, the 3 biggest sub-skills of the skill, and the questions they'll think about to do the skill well. Younger children really enjoy the quirky characters and their voices and their moves, and they really help them to relate to the skills of writing. Let's go into writing via step 5, which is around the middle to the end of level 2 of the New Zealand curriculum. What you'll see in here are the 8 key skills that the writing part of the hub covers, the family of 8. You've got purpose and audience, structure and language features, ideas, organisation, vocabulary, sentences and punctuation, phonics and spelling, and proofreading. We'll take a look at one section, organisation. At the top of each page on the hub, students will see the specific targets that are covered in step 5. These are also printed on the target tracking sheets that accompany the hub, and you can print them for your students so they can have their own copy. As you scroll down the page, you can see that the links and resources are grouped under whether learners need to learn it, practice it, or prove it. There are videos and visual resources, templates, worksheets, games, etc. The paper-based activities are all links to Google Drive, and many teachers are printing these in bulk in advance and storing them in folders ready for the students to use when they need them. There's also a section of the hub where learners have access to the essentials to write for different purposes. Let's take a look at step 7. There are big ideas for writing at the top, followed by links to persuasive, informative, or entertaining texts. Let's take a look at informative texts. In here, there is a video to teach students all about informative texts. There are links to step 7 level examples and exemplars, a poster outlining the structural and language features to remember, a planning sheet to plan instructions, another one for reports, and another one for explanations. And finally, there's a self-evaluation checklist for students so they can ensure that they have the key features. This is the same format for the other text purposes and for steps 5 and 6 as well. Let's go back to the home page. Either click on the word home or the title of the page. Now let's look at writing for our younger learners, and we'll take a look at step 2. This time we'll go into sentences and punctuation. This is Giselle Giraffe's domain. Again, the specific targets are at the top, and everything is just linked below the specific target underneath. Our early writers can work on compound sentences, beginning sentences, capital letters, and full stops. Let's change tack and look at reading now. Again, when you click on reading, you get taken to a page where there are 2 options. One is where students can click on the step that they're up to or working on, and the other is where they can click on the specific skill they need to work on. This time, we're going to go in as if we know that we need to work on the skill of making inferences. On the next page, you can see a video appearing, which is a poem about what inferencing is all about. Beside it is an image of the inferencing bookworm with the 5 key sub-skills that are required. Let's go in at step 6 this time. This is around level 3 of the New Zealand curriculum. At the top of this page, you can see the specific targets again. Under Learn It, you can see a questioning strategy and a couple of videos to help students understand inferencing. Under Practice It, there is a blend of online games and activities with paper-based templates that students can use for any story they're reading. There's also some Shockwave flash files that some students may be able to access depending on their browser. And finally, there's a Prove It task where students make inferences from paragraphs about a character. Another great feature of the Reading Hub for Learner Agency is that there is a lot of material for students to read. For steps 1 to 3, students can look, listen and read along to stories. And in steps 4 through 7, students have access to a wide range of different reading material. For example, in the News section, there are 9 different websites linked up to the Hub where students can read daily news. If they feel like a bit of a laugh, they can go into the Jokes section. There are 10 different websites linked up in here with loads of jokes for students to read. If you're wanting to run literature circles in your class, students can come in here and get guidelines and questions to support them in this rich literacy activity. For our younger readers, there are some great sections in their part of the Hub where they can look, listen and read along to some fantastic stories. There's also great parts to their Hub where they can build their phonics, knowledge and understanding to support all aspects of their literacy. Last but not least, meaningful, integrated, interesting tasks, or MINT tasks. This is where students think about and/or research relevant topics in cross-curricular contexts, and they're given a specific purpose for writing at the end. There are integrated maths tasks, science, social science, the arts, PE and health, technology, so there should be something for everyone. Let's take a look at the 20 MINT tasks for steps 4 and 5, which is level 2 of the curriculum. You can see at the top that there's a planner to help students do a really good job of the task. It's an inquiry process where they first decide what they're going to need or have to do by the end. Then they discover anything they might need to know first and how they're going to find it out before they devise the plan with the steps, the order and the skills that they're going to be using as they complete their task. Take the new school logo task, for example. This is where students have to design a new school logo that incorporates koru and is symmetrical. They then, once they're completed, have to write to the Board of Trustees to explain their design and convince them that it would be a great one for their school. Or maybe, for students who love the arts curriculum, they could research 10 well-known dance moves through time and use that new learning to create their own move, a combination of moves, or a series of different moves put together. Then they have to come up with a how-to video so that others can learn from it too. So there you have it, a brief introduction to the Reading and Writing Hub for Learner Agency. If you want to have a look at the sample site to see if it would work for your school, go to tiny.cc/09K83Y. And if you'd like more information, please email beck@idealeducation.nz. Ka kite.